Hello, I'm Sayojita. You guessed it, almost. Today I've made Shami Kebab for you, but with a difference. This is a vegan version of the original Lucknowi Shami Kebab, which are made with meat. I've used soya. I bet you can't tell the difference. Most Indian vegan and vegetarian snack foods are carbohydrate rich. These delectable spicy kebabs are protein rich and full of essential nutrients. Perfect for lunch boxes and as after school snack. And they make a wonderful starter with cocktails. You can serve them as I have with chutney or as fillings for sandwiches and wraps. I have used the same original Lucknowi kebab recipe and have replaced the meat with the soya. Therefore, you can use this recipe to make the original Lucknowi kebabs. The few minor differences I have pointed out in the description box. Let's get started.
These are the general steps for making Shami Kebab. If you're making these with meat, the order of steps is a bit different. These are the soya nuggets. I'm going to cook these later. Here are the other ingredients. Soak the chana dal if you have time. It helps, but it's not necessary. The remaining ingredients are whole spices, powders, oil, and rice flour. The whole list is in the description box. For the kebab mixture, the first step is to fry the onions. Since we're going to pressure cook everything, the onion does not need to be super fine, but if it is too coarse, it will take a long time to fry. It doesn't need to be fully soft at this point. So I haven't taken too much care in chopping the onion. An occasional bigger piece such as this one is just fine. The salt helps the onion cook faster by releasing its moisture. I'm going to cover the kadai on and off. It just hastens the cooking of the onions. The onion is wilted sufficiently and it does not have to cook fully, but it must brown. I'm going to leave the kadai open and fry it on a higher flame now. Okay, the onion is brown now, and because there's plenty of oil, it has actually cooked and become soft as well. It has taken about 7 minutes for this. I'm going to take it out of the kadhai, draining out as much oil from there as possible. I'm going to fry the whole spices in the remaining oil. There's about 2 teaspoons of oil left in here, which is plenty for frying the whole spices. Cloves, cardamom, cinnamon, and black peppercorns. Toss them for a minute. The ginger, garlic, green chilies, and then the fried onions. There are about 6 to 7 tablespoons. Now just reserve 2 tablespoons and add the rest. And add the chana dal. And then add the dry seasonings, turmeric and chili powder. No coriander or cumin powders in this recipe. Roast the mixture for a couple of minutes and then add water. Now I'm adding half a cup of water, about twice that of the dal, and bringing it to a boil. And then I'm going to pressure cook this mixture until the dal cooks. I have transferred the dal mixture to a cooker insert and adding water to the base of the cooker and placing the pot in. Cooker is closed, the valve in place, and I'm going to let the dal cook for about 15 to 20 minutes after the pressure builds. While that's happening, I'm going to cook the soya nuggets. I can use the same kadai. I've used 2 cups of nuggets and about 4 to 5 cups of water. And once it boils, just cover and cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes and the nuggets are boiling furiously. I've turned off the gas. And now we have to drain them and squeeze out all the water. It is important that all the water gets squeezed out because otherwise your kebab mixture will be quite loose and they won't form. And they're all ready.
I hope you're enjoying this video so far and finding it useful. If so, do hit the like button and share it with your friends. Let me know in the comment sections below if you would like more such soya recipes. The chana dal mixture must be ready now. Let's go check it out.
Okay, the pressure is released and we are ready to open the cooker. It's smelling good. The dal is cooked well. There isn't too much liquid in here. Whatever little is there is good. We need that little amount. I've added this mixture to the nuggets. These are the last few spices, khaskhas or poppy seeds and garam masala. And I'm just going to cook it through for a couple of minutes. If you have a lot of liquid in your dal mixture, please drain it out because the mixture has to be as dry as possible. Or heat the mixture and evaporate the liquid. Taste and adjust the seasonings. Just need to add a little salt. Everything else is fine. I'm going to add most of the fresh coriander before grinding and reserve about 2 to 3 tablespoons for later. And the mixture is ready to grind. No water. We want a smooth paste without adding any water. Here it is. Quite smooth. You can see that the mixture is holding its shape well, and that bodes well for making the kebabs. I've processed both the batches and the texture is perfect. Not too wet and not too dry. Add the remaining 2 tablespoons of coriander and the reserved fried onions. Mix them in. Once again, you can taste the mixture and see if you need anything. Salt, chili powder or garam masala. It doesn't need anything. Maybe just a tad bit of salt, like 1/4 teaspoon. Occasionally a grain of dal here and there is okay. If you come across it, just take it out. The original kebabs have egg in them, and I'm not using any substitute for egg in this. I'm just going to let the soya and dal hold the mixture together. The next step is to make the patties and get ready to fry the kebabs. If your mixture is loose and it's getting difficult to form balls, then chill it for about 1 to 2 hours. This will help stiffen it a bit. If it's still too loose, then you have to roast some besan or chickpea flour and add it to the mixture. Not too much, only about 1 to 2 teaspoons, and then let it sit for a little while. My mixture is just fine. It's still warm, but I can fry it because I'm happy with this texture. I'm going to make the portions first and then roll them into balls. Roughly we want balls about 1 3/4 inch to 2 inches in diameter. I have 18 in all. I'm going to dredge the balls in rice flour before frying. I've used a little bit of red rice flour and then regular white rice flour. The red rice flour just gives a slightly darker color to the kebabs, and if you want it to exactly mimic the original Shami Kebab, then you may want to use that, but it's okay, it's not necessary. Now I'm going to roll and dredge the balls. Roll them quite tightly, there should be no cracks in the balls, and flatten them to about a thickness of 1 centimeter. They should be around 2 inches in diameter, and edges should be rounded like so. I'm going to use a tri-ply stainless steel pan to fry them. Here are all the kebabs, dredged and ready to go. The pan must be hot before adding the oil, otherwise the kebab will stick, particularly because it is a stainless steel pan. Add enough oil to cover the entire surface of the pan. In this case, 2 tablespoons is just fine. Keep the heat on medium-high. The oil is hot. Put the kebabs in one at a time and just make sure they're not sticking to the bottom. If they are, gently dislodge them using a spatula. Once they are cooked on that side, they will not stick. Keeping the temperature of the oil is going to be a judgment call that you will have to make according to your situation. If the oil is too hot, lower it for a little while. But then, and when the temperature drops a bit, you have to increase it. If you keep it low, it will just be harder for the kebabs to form nicely. Okay, all my 9 red rice dredged kebabs are in. I'm going to increase the heat just a little bit because as soon as we add the kebabs, the temperature of the oil goes down. Let the kebabs stay undisturbed on the pan for about a minute. Then flip them over in the order that they were placed in the oil. They should have browned well on the side. Just like this. Now the same on this other side. Give them a minute or two to brown and then flip them over. Again, keep an eye on the heat and check that they are not burning. But don't keep the temperature too low, as I said. The kebabs will absorb a lot of oil and they will crumble. Okay, these are done. I've turned off the gas. We don't need to cook it for too long because the mixture itself has everything cooked. There is nothing raw in it. We're just mainly browning it from the outside. Take them out on a paper towel lined plate. This will drain out the excess oil. The kebabs do pick up all the oil you put in there, so draining them is a good thing. I'm going to show you how they are on the inside. They are quite soft, so if they have lost their shape, you can gently reshape them when they are cool enough to handle. Otherwise, they are nice and soft on the inside. Then crisp and brown on the outside. But they are rather delicate when they are hot, so just handle with care. The process for frying the kebabs dredged with white rice flour is exactly the same. These are a little bit lighter, but the difference is not appreciable. You can use any rice flour you have, white, red, or brown. Let's head to the table and serve our Shami Kebabs. I've served them with some green coriander chutney, sliced onion, and lemon. And that's all you need.
That's it for the Soya Shami Kebab. I hope you'll be making this recipe soon. Next, you might want to check out this playlist I have of all my vegan recipes. I think you'll like them. I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.